Hi, I'm Christy Naus with the Community Foundation. Welcome to this edition of Connections. My special guest today is Sally Dix, the Executive Director of Bravo Greater Des Moines. And thank you, Sally, for joining me. I am so excited to help you know more about Bravo Greater Des Moines. I'm a huge fan of all that you do and the impact that you've had. And it's also a very special time because Bravo is celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. So Sally, welcome.
Thanks.
Kick us off by telling us more about Bravo Greater Des Moines and its impact in Des Moines.
Yeah, so Bravo Greater Des Moines is a regional arts council, and our role is to lift up and elevate organizations and work that are advancing regional cultural priorities. We've identified as a region, we know that arts and culture support all of the things that are important to what we're doing. Talent attraction and cultural diversity and workforce, all of those things are directly tied to what we have to offer with quality of life. And the cultural sector is such a huge part of that. And Bravo really lifts up and supports all of those things to make sure that arts and culture are directly tied and valued for what they offer and what they add.
Absolutely. So Bravo receives money from the various municipalities in Greater Des Moines forming our region, correct?
Yep. People don't necessarily know that Bravo is 99.9% funded with public dollars. So this is a way that differentiates our community, that we not only recognize the value of the arts, but that we're willing to put public dollars towards that is a really big deal. I will say it's a model that is envied around the country. I talk to colleagues around the country and they say, what?
Yep.
You have a dedicated public revenue stream for the arts? It's pretty amazing.
Oh, that's so good. And so then what happens with that money?
So the vast majority of the money that comes into Bravo is reinvested through our multiple grant programs. And right now, last year, we supported 74 organizations with grants totaling almost $4 million. So there's a huge breadth and depth. When I say that out loud, people are often equally surprised by the number of organizations we're supporting as by the volume of dollars that we're putting out there. It's huge investments.
Yeah. And one of the neat things about Bravo is that these arts and cultural organizations actually are receiving ongoing operational money. And sometimes that's the hardest to raise, right? So they've got a reliable source of funding. And then you also have some grants that fund other things as well.
Yep, we have, in addition to the general operating support funding, which is the gold standard in grant making, those dollars are so hard to come by,
right?
So critical for operations. So the vast majority of our funds do go out through our general operating support program. We also have a capital campaign and project grant program because there's some infrastructure needs as our community is growing and developing. We want to make sure that we're investing in that. And then just last year, we actually introduced a public art grant program. It's been fascinating to watch our community evolve over the last 15 years, and the recognition that public art creates place and creates community. Our communities that support Bravo really want to be a part of that. So we started a public art grant program to support that as well.
I love it. So who makes the decisions about who gets the grants?
We have a really strong board of directors, volunteers. They represent not only community and corporate members, but also representatives of the 17 communities that are investing in Bravo, so that all of those communities have a say. We also have representation at the board level from the organizations that we support. So it's a big table, and the board is really responsible for making those decisions, obviously through committees and process and applications, but ultimately the decisions come out through the board.
Well, I love it, and I love that this community has a vibrant arts and cultural sector. It's so important in all of the things that you mentioned, Sally. And just so you know, the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines has been engaged with Bravo even as it was being formed. And
since before the beginning.
Yes, we were provided funding to help kind of develop the vision for what Bravo could be, and actually housed it and staffed it for the first couple of years. So we are very proud of our connection to Bravo, and we're proud to be there from the beginning. Thanks for all you do in this community. This partnership and this collaboration that we continue to have is just another example of how we're better together.